Today we're going to be talking about what we found to be the most essential supplements whenever working out, and that is protein, multivitamins, and pre-workout.
Oh my goodness. It's the Baker Bros.
What's that?
It's just a multivitamin.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those before. What's the point of taking them though?
They just make up for any nutrients you're not getting from regular food.
Oh, can I have one?
Yeah, I mean, I poured an extra one, so it's all you, bro.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Oh.
Few minutes later.
Hey, what are you making there?
Oh, it's just a protein shake.
Oh, what does that help with?
Oh, it's just whey protein, so it helps you build muscle and recover after you're done working out.
Few minutes later.
Seems easy enough. Oh.
2 hours later.
Ooh, what's this?
John, don't.
Seconds later.
Where'd he go?
I have no idea.
Back up, man. You're making a shadow on me. There we go. Let me get that lighting. What's going on? We're the Baker Bros. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
And welcome.
Today we're going to be talking about what we found to be the most essential supplements whenever working out, and that is protein, multivitamins, and pre-workout. Not necessarily in that list, but we're each going to go around and kind of break down why we found those to be the most important. With multivitamins are a dime a dozen. There's thousands upon thousands of brands, so it's really hard to decide which brand's going to be the best for me or you or Caleb.
It's the Flintstone gummies.
It's definitely those disgusting, hard, durable Flintstone vitamins that literally look, taste, and feel like they were from the Stone Age. So when it comes to multivitamins, we've narrowed it down to really 7 things that you guys should be incorporating into a multivitamin, or at least trying to find in a supplement when it comes to multivitamins, and that's this: vitamin B12, iron, folic acid, calcium, zinc, vitamin D, and magnesium. Vitamin B12. So vitamin B12, put it simply, vitamin B12 is just good for energy production. With vitamin B12, there's only 2 kinds. There's cyanocobalamin, which means that it's made synthetically, and it's going to be found in a lot of your multivitamins. And there's methylcobalamin, which is
This is not meth.
methylated vitamin B12. The next one's going to be iron. Make sure you're getting plenty of iron for good blood and heart health. Just make sure you're eating plenty of red meat. Make sure you're eating plenty of red meat in your diet.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Get your beef in.
If you're iron deficient, your energy levels will be low and you might faint in the gym.
Yeah, nobody wants to come pick you up, so get your meat on.
Another one is going to be folic acid. You want to make sure you're taking folic acid because it's going to be good for bone and hair health, but it's also going to be good for inflammation. Inflammation happens all the time when we're lifting weights. So make sure that you got some folic acid in there. The next one, calcium. We all know what calcium's good for building strong bones and teeth. Calcium's found in a lot of common things, just like milk.
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 He needs some milk.
True Moo.
That's the secret. In case you didn't know, you gotta get your True Moo in.
Zinc. Make sure you're consuming a lot of zinc. This is something that's going to be in your multivitamin. Make sure it's in there because it's really important for immune system support.
Gotta stay healthy.
Gotta stay healthy, man. Make sure you're getting plenty of vitamin D because just like calcium, it's going to promote good bone health. And maybe even
Soak up the sun.
maybe, yes, exactly. Soak up the sun. Sheryl Crow would be proud. But make sure that you're getting plenty of vitamin D by getting out in the sun or by consuming the foods that I mentioned. The next is going to be magnesium. So this is an essential nutrient, which means that we must get it from food or supplements. It's not like vitamin D where you can just find it out when you're walking and not even realize that you're absorbing
You don't
from the
just
sun.
absorb it through osmosis.
Exactly. You can't just act like a solar panel and magically absorb it like you can vitamin D.
Nuts.
Nuts.
That's the key.
I'm going to turn it over to Caleb. Caleb's going to be walking us through what pre-workout looks like.
Woo!
What pre-workout does.
That's what it looks like right there.
Yes. Well, that's what it sounds like. What it looks like, man, is
What it feels like is
a whole nother story.
A unicorn riding on the back of a blue whale.
I remember the first time that I took pre-workout. I think we all remember our first time taking
I think
pre-workout.
we all remember our first time. Am I right?
Yeah, that you remember that first time whenever you
Just you.
reached into that tub.
Shaker bottle.
C4. And you went to the
C4.
bathroom.
C4.
Your lips touched that shaker bottle lid. You started gulping.
Was y'all's first pre-workout C4?
Mine was.
Mine was too. It was cherry flavored.
Mine was NO Explode. I don't know if you guys, I know you guys have taken NO Explode.
On the regular.
NO Explode, the reason why it's called NO Explode is because it gives you explosive diarrhea. And that was my first experience taking NO Explode.
See, that didn't happen to me. I haven't had those issues.
Yeah,
but
I can't.
I know other people have.
Yeah, I don't know if it was necessarily what I ate that day, but it was my first time taking pre-workout. It was the most disgusting fruit punch flavor you can imagine. And NO Explode literally ran through me faster than the tub said it would. It didn't take 15 to 30 minutes to activate. It was like that.
So pre-workout, there's a couple things you want to look for whenever you're taking a pre-workout. And I think one of the biggest parts of pre-workout is the caffeine intake.
The jitters.
Get you going real
Caffeine
good.
anhydrous. I remember when I was a virgin.
Before my first caffeine overload. So
Pure
caffeine. Caffeine, man. The problem with caffeine is the more that you drink, the more caffeine that you have in your system, eventually your body builds up a tolerance to it. So it gets to a certain point where it doesn't have the same effect as it once did. And so that's one of the biggest problems with pre-workout is if you continue to take a little more, like maybe you started off doing half a scoop because the first time it blew your mind and you're like, it's just too much. So you move to half a scoop, but then you got to move to a full scoop. Then you do a scoop and a quarter, get a little frisky, scoop and a half.
Before you know it, you're a full-blown addict.
Before you know it, you're pouring the whole jar in the bottle at one time.
It could potentially, and I say this in all seriousness and maybe as a joke, but it could be probably the most addictive substance.
Get addicted to it or something? It's not habit forming.
It is.
Caffeine.
Everyone's
just
addicted
caffeine
to
in general,
caffeine.
not just pre-workout.
Yeah.
caffeine, but just caffeine. Yeah,
Everyone's
for sure.
addicted to that stuff. You bang energy drink addicts out there,
Energy drinks,
Monster, Red Bull.
caffeine.
Rain
I-
body fuel.
I'm guilty of energy drink
Caffeine,
addiction.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So caffeine. So that's a big deal. So you want to watch that. If you start to feel like it's just not having the same effect, you probably want to throttle back a little bit. Take a little bit less. Definitely, because doing more, it isn't going to make a difference. It certainly ain't going to help you.
It will harm you.
Heart palpitations.
Not a doctor. Shh.
Yeah. You just need to settle down.
Massive headaches,
down.
migraines.
Calm down. The other part is you want to make sure in your pre-workout that you have citrulline.
L-citrulline.
Pumpeline.
Pump. Call it pumpeline. That's what gives you the good pump,
It's part of it. Yep.
Yeah. So, that's important. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water as well when after you take your pre-workout. I think that's important. Stay hydrated.
A big one too with pre is beta alanine.
Tingles.
The tingles are crazy.
It's not alpha, it's beta.
Just like you remember that caffeine hit, you remember that beta alanine hit. You remember when you had those tingles.
Are there spiders all over me?
Why are my ears itching?
Yeah, why does my head feel like there's fire ants all over?
You're not the only one who feels that massive itch all the time. You're not crazy whenever you took that for the first time, sitting on the toilet before you worked out, wondering why. It feels like you've got this burning, itching sensation all over your body. You do not have an STD. It is just beta alanine coursing through your bloodstream.
Coursing through those veins.
Any good pre-workout is going to incorporate some type of dose of beta alanine, whether that's that recommended 3 grams all the way up to 6 grams. But I will advise that if you're going to take beta alanine, just try a half dose first. Don't go full 6 grams all the way the
Don't
first
go
time.
whole hog, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't go all the way this time with this sup.
And if you can find some pre-workout with glycerol, you got the good stuff.
Yeah, glycerol, getting those extra carbs in.
All right, now we're going to talk about protein powder.
Protein, baby.
Protein powder. You need it before your workout, after your workout, in the morning, at night, the middle of the night.
Making waffles.
Making waffles, pancakes. Protein is in everything that we do as bodybuilders. You have whey protein. Whey protein is going to be the way. You want whey protein post-workout most of the time because that's going to be fast digesting. It's going to get into your bloodstream quickly, and that's what you want. You want that insulin spike along with your carbs, but protein is going to be more important than the carbs post-workout.
That protein.
Talk about casein protein too. Casein's important.
Of course.
the slow digest.
Casein. Best time for casein is whenever you are most likely not going to be ingesting protein for a while. And then another thing about casein is it's also derived from milk. So you don't ever want to take high casein-based protein pre-workout.
You think NO Explode is bad? Take yourself a big old scoop of casein protein mixed with that pre-workout before your workout. It's the same thing as NO Explode, man. Diarrhea.
And then lastly, probably the most important essential amino acid of them all is leucine. Leucine kickstarts the anabolic process and starts repairing your muscles, and it helps that protein powder that you're taking to work more effectively and quicker by getting it into your bloodstream twice as fast.
Yeah, so make sure whenever you're looking for a good protein supplement and that amino profile that you're going to see on the back of a lot of these protein tubs, you're not ever going to see it in like food, but in supplements, they're going to lay out amino profiles on the back of these whey protein or casein protein tubs. Make sure that the primary amino and the amino profile of that protein is leucine.
3-to-1 ratio.
3-to-1 ratio.
There it is. I think that's pretty much it. We pretty much cover the gambit there. Those are your 3 primary supplements. You want to make sure you're getting those in. You want to make sure you're getting the right stuff in with each of those supplements, and we talked about each of those in depth. So you're welcome for these.
Freshly baked chocolate chip gang.
Remember, stay baked
Stay baked.
and hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, man. Ring the bell.
Subscribe to Baker Bros.
Shake and bake.